Hello, Megan.
Giselle.
Here we are. Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to one of my many Valentines. I love you very much.
I love you too. I hate Valentine's Day, but I love you.
I love you too. We are here. Lots has happened. Lots has taken place since 1 week ago.
Yeah. Wow.
We're living in a new world.
It's yeah. What a time to be alive.
I can't, it feels like a simulation. Like it feels like overload. It feels like we're getting so much like what possibly could happen.
Oh, right. I mean, we need to add new music to this.
Yeah.
Because that's what we should probably start with. Last week.
There.
Last Thursday, so the day that we dropped our episode. I mean, two girls gave us two songs that
we love.
Are pretty iconic. I'm not gonna lie.
Extremely.
We talked about this last week about all the new music coming, but we were like, I think I was. Let me fucking quit my email because fuck work.
Fuck work.
Sorry to everyone triggered by that Outlook notification sound. I was triggered by it. But yeah, we talked about this last week, but Maggie Rogers dropped her new single from her new album that's coming out April 8th. 5th. And it's great.
It's so good.
It's great. It's about getting older, and this is kind of a theme.
It's
not like being of a certain age and all your friends are getting married and you're just kind of like, okay, I'm still trying to figure my shit out, so like you do you, but also like
just to
don't forget me, right?
Yes.
You know, literally like this.
Yes.
Gagging like me. Titular track Deeper Well off of her album that's coming out even sooner.
It's like next month, right?
Literally, it's next month. It's March.
Miss Musgraves, she's like, I'm back.
And Kacey said, my Saturn has returned. And I said, I'm sad. I'm sad.
Really, I'm sad. With the invisible theoretical gravity bong, I'm ready. Like, come on, sister.
We are touching grass. We are saying goodbye to people and things that do not serve us.
We said, cut the cameras dead ass on the poet. We're done with him.
Goodbye to the poet. And the aesthetic is sublime.
Yeah.
Sublime.
Okay, yes, you so sublime.
I said it weird. Sublime.
Nope, it's sublime from now on.
Sublime. I need the Saturn Returns sweatshirt.
Oh my god.
The green version is so chic. And yeah, like Kacey just feels back. It's back to basics. It's back to who she was. I mean, like, I am famously someone who streamed Starcross the album a lot. But there are hits on there. I listened to it last week on Thursday last week when she dropped Deeper Well. I listened to Starcross and Golden Hour in full. I'm just excited.
I'm excited.
I mean, that was just the tip of the motherfucking iceberg, as anyone who is online knows. But like, I felt so blessed and highly favored.
I was so excited.
And then like Friday, Noah Khan drops the rest of the collabs and Forever, which is maybe one of his most devastating songs. I texted Bira this. It's emotional terrorism. Like, absolutely not cool. They're just coming for us with the feels.
Oh, every single person. Also, I'd like to note that I have never actually streamed a full Brandi Carlile song by herself, but I somehow have 3 Brandi Carlile songs featuring songs on my playlist this month. The one with Miley, the one with Hosier, and Yeah, the one with Hosier and the one with Noah. And it basically, like, if Brandi Carlile is on a song, it's going to be amazing, is what
A
I
smash, yeah. No,
like. She should be at the Grammys every year.
She's
like,
kind of an icon.
she's an icon.
She's something of an icon. But yeah, that was just Friday. That was just like through Friday, New Music Friday. We're feeling very blessed. Knew we had Lizzy coming this week, and just lots of good new music.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, we can talk about the event that it happened at maybe after.
Yeah.
But of course, we can't not just go straight into Beyoncé.
My life has changed. Like, her mind, her impact, the fact that it's coming out on my birthday, it feels like faded. If you don't know, you must live under a rock. But Beyoncé is dropping the Faded Act 2 on March 29th, and we already have 2 songs. It's a country album, which, you know, is, of course, now I feel like we can have an inkling of what Act 3 will be, which will most likely, we're saying it here, is probably going to be rock, because it seems as though she's doing like a trilogy of music that originally was inspired by many Black artists and like reclaiming it, which, like, standing. And 2 songs dropped on Super Bowl Sunday, which were Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages. Meg, what are your feelings?
But yeah, 16 Carriages is like one of the best songs ever made.
No, and it's like a general consensus. Every single person I've spoken to is like, wait, no, this is like literally one of her best songs.
No, yeah. It's, and I mean, Texas Hold'em is fun as hell.
Yeah.
Like, fun as hell. But yeah, 16 Carriages, all-timer.
It's
same
so good.
lines. All these songs are about getting older.
Yeah.
And not being ready for it. And it's absolutely just decapacitating me. I can't. I'm emotionally distraught. Yeah, so excited so soon. Excited. I mean, again, just like a wealth, abundance of riches, and like, I'm so excited. It's 16 Carriages. I literally listened to like on repeat on the LRR all the way into the city the morning after Super Bowl Sunday, and again, just so excited to hear the rest of the album. Miss Tina says it's an amazing project that's
of course
been in the works for years.
Yeah.
So you just know it's going to be quality.
It's going to be amazing. The visuals already, like, people, I mean, anyone who was like shook about why she was wearing country things, like, let's thank people.
Right.
But like the looks, of course, have just been like so iconic. Like, even just the idea that Pharrell's recent Louis Vuitton show was like very cowboy themed, and like now Beyonce's doing like a fucking country album, and it's just like, yes, here we are. We have arrived. I'm so excited. Very interested to see like the live component of this. Meg and I've agreed, like, we don't give a fuck. Like, we will be sad. Like, we will not miss another Beyonce.
No, like,
there's like no way. Literally.
We admitted this. Like, this was one of our biggest errors of 2023.
Biggest regrets.
Was not going to Renaissance. Should have bought those tickets while we were wine drunk at Lost on the Sunday and just gone and accepted the consequences.
Yeah.
But yes, we will be probably in Vegas at the Sphere.
Yes, but we will be there. Don't you fucking worry.
I mean, it's just it. You know, obviously, if people are watching the Super Bowl, which we'll talk about the Super Bowl in general, but the Verizon commercial, there had been hints like Beyonce is going to be in the Verizon commercial. Tony Hale from Veep. Yes. Was in all the teasers, very much referencing Beyonce, referencing, you know, her breaking the internet in some way. So there were hints that like maybe something like this would happen, but it was a great commercial. I thought it was really funny. Beyonce giving acting.
How much money? How much did they pay that woman?
Apparently 30 million. That's what I texted you, right?
Oh, I didn't know. Oh my God.
No, apparently $30 million. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, listen, the brand being associated with Beyonce is massive. And I mean, not that Verizon needs that, but you know, more brand awareness. Like, everyone knows
Absolutely.
Verizon. There's always more you could do for your brand equity.
Crazy.
But yeah, apparently like 30 million for Beyonce and only like, only I say, but however long it was like 50, like it was less to put on the commercial than it was to have Beyonce in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like all these ways she's breaking the internet. She's giving Goofy, and then Tony Hale as her like Gary from Veep. If people watch. And then yeah, it's like ends okay. Drop the new music, and we're all scrambling. The internet is broken, and everyone is like, "Oh my gosh, where do we go? Beyonce, tell us where to go." And then she posts the teaser, which is so funny, and leads us to the two singles will be dropping tonight. And first they dropped on Tidal because she's loyal to her man.
Literally.
And then finally they were out on Spotify, and I listened like this in bed, just tears in my eyes listening to 16 Carriages. It was a moment, but I'm so excited. Yeah, I mean, just again, another album to add to the list.
I mean, the Grammys next year is gonna be a fucking bloodbath. Even with just like Taylor, B, Ari, Kacey alone. If LG7 comes out this year,
going to.
I mean,
and
like,
Harry,
what the fuck are we gonna do?
And Harry, and apparently Katy Perry, and I mean, listen,
I'm sad for Catherine. I'm sorry.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that like no one said, you know what, let me move.
Right.
Including this young lady who is a sister of the podcast, Lizzy McAlpine, who dropped her brand new single, Older.
Yes.
Once again, a song about getting old and not being okay with it.
That one was sad.
And it's very sad, and it's fine. Like it's kind of boring, but like we love you, Lizzy. Like I'm
my sad sister.
I'm sad, and I'm here for the album. But the album is coming out the same day. I think the same day as Maggie's.
Yeah.
And or maybe Maggie's the week after, but still, I'm just like, did Lizzy not see everything that happened and not think maybe I should move this? Listen, a lot of them aren't in the same league, aren't in the same like category, like all of it, but it feels like a lot.
And today, Yes and featuring Mariah Carey was announced.
Fucking spare me that, please. I'm sorry. I'm done with that shit. I said Dua Lipa, it's the train has left the fucking station. Training season over before it started. Yeah. Over before it started. It's still not out. She should have
released it on Grammys or on
on Grammys night.
Grammys night.
It. I don't understand. And I mean, she's doing this collab I saw with Barry's Boot Camp where it's like a Dua Lipa themed class, and you can get the training season shake. And love that brand integration, like love that partnership, but like could have been done in January.
Drop the song.
It's exhausting.
People, you know what people need to do? Take a marketing class from our sister Hailey Bieber. That's what people need to do. Tease things properly and then drop them in a timely manner.
Well, this is how I feel about Griff. I'm like, Griff, sister. Like, I already know that this song is going to be a favorite. Please drop it. It's not coming out until like end of Feb. Same with Charlie. Come on.
Charlie. It's
Von Dutch. It's feeling tired already.
Drop the song, Charlie. Drop the song. These publicists and managers are not communicating, and it's showing, but you know, I'm gonna keep streaming.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just it's a lot. Again, I'm feeling very overwhelmed, very emotionally manipulated. Absolutely. And just that's the music recap, I suppose. I mean, there's so much. I feel like I'm constantly shuffling all of them and just like going back and forth and around and around.
I know, it's like how are we first of all, it feels like 2021 where I'm like, or 2022, whatever, 2021, where it's like all these concerts are about to happen. I'm just gonna spend so much money on merchant concerts, which like fine. But then how can I possibly be off book for all of these? Like there's too many. I can't. You know I'm bad with lyrics.
I know.
God. Oh my God.
I know. Good luck with that. I'm not bad with lyrics.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be fine. I will have issues, but I'll get it together.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to stay on your Hosier Zoom for July. So
I know.
that's
He's been added to both Feb and January playlist. So I am staying on my Zoom with him.
Good.
Yeah, I mean I'm so excited for that concert. Okay. Moving to other things.
Yeah.
Should we talk?
Should we talk about the Super Bowl or no?
Yeah, let's go into that. Let's do it.
Because we already kind of referenced it. What do you think of the Super Bowl, Giselle? You watched the whole thing?
I did, and it was very fun texting you the whole time, my queen. I thought it was enjoyable. The game was, got really exciting at the end. It was a great game. The narrative won, like the Chiefs won. So like the whole thing took over. Can I say they didn't show her as much as I thought they were going to show her, which
they never show her that much is the thing.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where I will fully stand on fucking business. Just how they never show her that much.
So people are just fucking dramatic.
Men hate women is what the tea is.
Ice Spice is making an appearance.
Ice Spice, no, like when she arrived at the game and I saw Ice Spice was there and I texted you and I was like, I just a sidebar and just interruption of the current conversation to let you know that Ice Spice is at the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. And my sister Ice Spice did not know a lick of what was going on and had to have it explained to her the entire time, and it was hysterical. And also she's like posing for the camera, like she always knows her angles.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
Blake was there. Fucking Kelly. I like calling her Keely, but I know her name is Kelly. Kelly Teller was there. Fucking this other woman, blonde woman with short hair who I didn't know who she was.
Ashley Avignoni, which I just learned how to say her name for, based on she did this video where she was like, "Hi, I'm Ashley Avignoni and I'm here with this brand." She's been in the circle for a long time, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a long time. And she is she's like a fashion girly. Okay. She was on the Rachel Zoe project.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she's like a stylist. So honestly, we were speculating because I thought Taylor looked decent at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Definitely an improvement from the Grammys. And we were talking about like maybe she helped style her when they're at the football game. So
I mean the game in general fun, like before we get on to Usher, just like one last thing about the Taylor Swift of it all. Like we all know that it's going to be like shoved down our throats, which is like fine. I've become accustomed to it. Taylor Swift, like
that's Taylor Swift. Literally shoved down your throat right there.
But you will listen and love me. The NFL official account posting the little like
they've been doing that. It's so corny as fuck.
I literally was like, wow, like imagine, which is fine. They've chosen to like live a life of fame and have no privacy, but I'm like, it's fucking crazy. Like just their full conversation just in the fucking online like this.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I know it is. And people were like, oh my God, why was she mic'd up? Like she wasn't mic'd up. He was mic'd up. Yes. And that happens. Like certain players and coaches are mic'd up every week in the NFL.
Right.
Like they, and it's like, oh, like there's usually clips. And it's usually funny because you like get to hear them behind the scenes, chit-chatting, whatever. But yeah, clearly he was mic'd up for a reason.
Yeah. And obviously Tree said yes. Like,
as the one of the best players on the team, like he was going to be mic'd up for the Super Bowl, like regardless of if Taylor Swift was there or not. But yeah, no, it's a bit corny. I mean, the whole
and he yelled at the coach.
Yeah, I mean, people are so annoying. Sorry, like they do that. They all do that. Like it's just I don't know. I don't condone violence, but like they get in each other's faces all the time.
Yeah. Like
not just on the Chiefs, on every team in the NFL.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hearing that like he apologized on his podcast because I think again,
also I think the coach was like, I was caught off balance.
Like yeah, he didn't intentionally like push him or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm like defending him. Like I sound like I'm defending him. I'm
No.
just saying like these are football players. Like they get in each other's faces. They, you know, whatever. So they get passionate in the heat of the moment, blah, blah, blah. But like, of course, you know, it's turned into this narrative of like, oh my God, he's violent and whatever. But yeah, they're out of the club. Chainsmokers, Marshmello, Post Malone.
Fucking Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Oh God, Megan, what is happening, sister?
I thought we gave him up, but apparently we have not.
She looks, I'm so sorry. She looks horrible. Like,
terrible.
Why? But yeah, I don't know. The Swifties on my timeline are just so embarrassing because it's like they're like, oh my God, look at her. Like she's just enjoying herself, like she's just being herself and enjoying herself without the pressure. Like she's just out at the club with her friends. And I'm like, but yet you are retweeting and quote tweeting videos of every angle. Like she's not acting normal.
Right.
She knows there are cameras on her. It's just like, again, we got into it last week and I got over it a little bit later in the week. And then, you know, like it is what it is. It's going to be. And of course, you know, there's like, you know, Beyoncé announced something during the Super Bowl. Like, like it's like,
yeah,
okay, it's not the same thing, but okay.
Right. Literally.
Like, sure, it's not the same thing. But
yeah.
Anyway, I think Ice Spice in general was there because of course she's friends with Taylor, but she was in a Super Bowl commercial, which was a terrible commercial.
Yeah.
So I assume Taylor was just kind of like, come sit with me in my box. Lana Del Rey was there, eventually ended up in the box. Got rocked at the end of the game. Did you see that clip?
No.
When they started celebrating when they
yes, she fell.
Lana got like fucking bombed. It's like everyone was like, she needs to stop hanging out with Taylor. She's catching strays left and right.
Literally. The Usher halftime performance.
Yeah, the Usher halftime performance. Slay.
Chaotix, a big chaotic slay.
Yeah, the first half very chaotic. It once he got on the stage,
yeah,
it was fine. Like,
agreed.
It was just like, it was cool that he was on the field, I think. But I think what he was going for was this like Vegas acrobats circus du Soleil situation. Like these guys this guy got shot out of whatever. And it's like cool, but we couldn't really get that scale because we're so in on him. So I go more with like camera angles for that, like, you know, as like a negative there. I think it aged really well for me overnight.
Agreed.
I watched it again the next day. But that also has to do with the fact that they're trying to Mandela affect us and rewrite history. And I said this, I said this to you before the comparison came out online. I was like, either the Alicia Keys opening note, which was completely off key, wasn't as bad as I remember, or they edited this. And I did say they definitely edited it because I could hear Usher's voice much louder, probably used a rehearsal track.
Yeah.
But they completely edited out the bad note from Alicia Keys. And I guess some people still use DVR because immediately it was back online with the false note because everyone was like, they are trying to Mandela affect us. Does this not scare you?
Literally, like nothing. I mean, yeah, we will. Alicia, you can't get away with anything, sister. No. You wear makeup and that note was bad. But yeah, I thought Her was amazing. Loved that.
Oh my God, so fun.
The best part of it though was Luda.
And
Luda back.
Did you see Lil Jon was the music director for the whole thing?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I saw an article, a Rolling Stone article last night, and he was like, it was just so cool to do it. And it makes sense. Like the orchestra, I mean, I love that when it's like it's live and you change the production in this tiny way that makes it feel so much more kind of epic.
Agreed.
Like on Oh My God and and yeah, obviously, and like Love in This Club.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see like touches there that are just like really cool. But yeah, when Luda came out, it was like, come on.
I know. It was so good. We were sad that Justin didn't make an appearance. Justin, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it does make sense. Like it does make sense at the end of the day because like it's not an Usher song. It's a Justin Bieber song. And he does have such limited time. I used to think the Super Bowl halftime show was a lot longer than it was.
Right. It kind of speeds by.
But it's only like normally like I feel like it's an average of like 11, 12, 13 minutes. And so to give even 30 seconds to a Justin Bieber song when Usher has such a vast discography, it does make sense. But yeah, I was wondering if Justin, you know, has anxiety like all the girlies in Sam Fender. Performance anxiety.
They all do. I mean,
he doesn't want to do it. He wants to go home.
I'm worried for Lizzy McAlpin. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna see her live. Even like her note.
We did see her live though.
Oh yeah. I mean, her concert. That note she wrote, she's like, "This gave me a lot of anxiety finishing this album."
Like, of course it did.
But yeah, so Usher, hot, chaotic, but like I think a solid Super Bowl performance. Like definitely one that was good.
I think like a BB plus, maybe.
Agreed. Yeah. Absolutely agreed. Good for you, Usher.
Good for you, Usher. And he got married. Did you see?
I did see that. Yeah.
He eloped in Vegas. I mean, he's just so gorgeous. Like it's unsettling actually.
His little like ticking thing he was doing.
I guess a lot of people thought that will.i.am was Kanye.
That was Kanye?
No, it wasn't. It was will.i.am.
Oh, okay. That's what
a lot of people thought will.i.am was Kanye when he first came out in the mask.
will.i.am.
And he was wearing the mask. Yeah. So it's kind of like what? But I knew it was will.i.am because I was doing my Usher, you know, thought leadership earlier in the day, and I was like, "Oh right, will.i.am produced. Oh my god!" So
whoa. So many hits, honestly.
No, it was.
Love in This Club is such a good song. I forget.
It's so good, and it was only in it for like such a short moment in time, and then he's like rollerblading. Honestly, like you go, Usher.
You go, Glenn Coco. Killed it actually.
But yeah, and then like you said, the game definitely was a grower. But it ended very cinematically. The only way it would end more cinematically if it was Travis Kelce who caught the winning touchdown.
Yes.
But that would have been too obvious, and then I would have actually believed it was rigged.
Right. Like the overtime, all of it. Like the only thing is because you know I listen to our lovely other podcast that I listen to Who Weekly, and they've been talking about like Christian McCaffrey and Olivia Culpo, and Olivia Culpo didn't get one bit of screen time. Like sucks to be Olivia Culpo.
No, I mean I like her. I just think she's not excited. Like at the Super Bowl, like you saw Ariana and Cynthia Erivo were there, Kaylee and Justin, Gaga. Like there's so many celebs to show. But yeah, I do think she should have gotten a look when Christian scored his touchdown, which should have been called back for a legal man downfield, but we digress.
And we got the Wicked trailer.
The Wicked trailer, yes. We got to talk about the Wicked trailer. Okay. Alphaba. I didn't know I was on Zoom with Alphaba.
I mean, sister. I'm excited. It just feels like a thing that's made in a lab for people like us.
Absolutely.
So, therefore, we will be sad.
We'll be sad. Of course, we'll be sad.
I'm so excited. The press tour, I can't wait.
I'm excited too. I know some people were getting their hopes up because there was no language suggesting this was part one around this trailer, and it did seem like a holistic trailer because like you see Dorothy in it, and there's just some scenes where like you think they're definitely from the second act. And so people were like, oh my god, maybe they decided to just make it one movie, yay. But you know, a studio would never give up money like that. Like they want the money. But it is going to be interesting because it's like, okay, have you seen Wicked?
Yes.
Okay.
A long time ago.
So like anyone who's seen Wicked, and like this is not really a spoiler because like whatever, but
Wicked
Act 1 ends with defying gravity.
Yeah.
And so if they're going traditional with the way the first part's going to end, like we're really all going to leave the theater in November after seeing Defying Gravity and then wait a full year before it seems crazy. And famously, you know, the narrative around Wicked in the Broadway community is that obviously Act 1 is stronger than Act 2. In terms of songs, just the hits, a lot of the hits. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love No Good Deed.
Yeah.
And, you know, As Long As You're Mine and whatever. But but yeah, that's the general consensus about Wicked. So we'll see what kind of songs and things they add to kind of get us excited for part 2.
I know, we will
in November
see.
2025. Crazy.
I can't believe we'll still be here.
We'll still be here doing this fucking, hopefully.
Hopefully,
the world hasn't fucking ended.
But yeah, Super Bowl had some hits and some misses, but
you have to talk about the Dunkin' commercial, which I thought was
yes,
genuinely art. Like Ben Affleck, icon. Sorry if you can laugh at yourself like that. But also, he's making millions of dollars.
I was gonna say, like, that deal he's made, like, smart.
And then, like, Matt Damon in it, and Tom Brady, just funny, just so funny. And then there was like J-Lo, right? I know, yeah, J-Lo in it, yeah. Crazy. Her movie comes out, I think, on Friday or something. There's been a lot of quotes coming out of that Variety article interview that she did about it, specifically about. Have you seen about Io?
Oh, no.
She basically, J-Lo came out and said that Io came to her in her dressing room at SNL with tears in her eyes and apologized profusely and said she felt so bad. And it was like, and I forgave her and blah, blah, all this stuff. And everyone's like, this like definitely never happened. She's just like making her pay for it, basically, you know?
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Oh, Io. I mean, literally Io, just one of us, truly.
Just one of us. Yeah. I mean, and then of course, the Tina Fey of it all on Las Culturistas last week. I feel like we have to talk about this, about how she kind of told Bowen off for giving a bad review of Saltburn on the podcast because he no longer has that privilege because authenticity is expensive.
They said it. I don't know if you listened today, but they said it like 10 times on the podcast.
No, I haven't. But Io commented on like the comments by celebs who post about it or whatever. But also, this is the whole thing about people and why we are doomed as a society, because people cannot get a joke, cannot get things because they went after Tina Fey for like being mean about Emerald Fennell and whatever. And it's like, that's what she's saying. That's literally what she's saying.
Right.
Like you're proving her point, and people are just need to touch grass so badly.
It's so the theme of the year.
Oh,
touch grass. Touch grass.
But yeah, I mean, there was some Jesus commercials on the Super Bowl with lots of feet. Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 3, sorry.
Yeah, yes. that he is coming.
Starring Matthew McFadden, which I love. I will be sat for that. And yeah, that's the NFL season finito.
Until the next time.
Yeah, I mean, you have a year until you have to watch another football game, so.
True.
I unfortunately have a lot less time before I'm, reunited with the Giants again.
Oh, I know. We're manifesting happiness and greatness for them next year. This year.
We'll see.
Well, speaking of things we've maybe manifested that I don't even know if we manifested this, but I'm happy it happened. Fantastic Four cast, main four was announced. And I think we knew Pedro before we knew the rest of them.
We knew all four of these for the internet has known this for months. They just officially announced it finally.
Got it.
Today. With quite a cute little graphic.
Love a graphic.
Well, happy Valentine's Day from our family to yours. So it's Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph, what's his name? Morgan? No. Joseph
Quinn.
And Eben Moss Barack from
The Bear.
And Girls fame.
Mm-hmm.
This was like leaked, I think, a few months ago, and then it was like, oh, nothing's final, blah blah blah. But basically, that was the final cast. How do you feel about it, Giselle?
I feel like Pedro Pascal is making so much fucking money. That's the first thing I feel. I think this is fine. I like Pedro. I mean, obviously, I love Pedro Pascal, so thrilled to have him on my screen. I do believe he's a movie star, so like more movie stars in these movies. Vanessa Kirby, really loved her when I watched The Crown. I think she was one of the best parts of it, other than Claire Foy and Matt Smith. So, the three leads. But she was great. So excited to see her. I think she gives a very Emily Blunt energy without it being Emily Blunt. So like I think that casting makes a lot of sense. The Quinn guy was in Stranger Things, right? That's him.
Yes, he was Eddie in the new.
And we loved him. I loved him in
Yeah, he was great. Everyone on the internet's being mean because they're saying that Johnny Storm has to be hot. And who says that Joseph Quinn isn't hot?
The way that the girlies are gonna fucking fall in love with him in about
absolutely, because he's gonna be really good and charming in the role. I bet you.
Yes, I have no fear that they'll fall in love with him. So that's gonna be fine. And then I like the guy from The Bear. He seems to be.
I mean, we're not going to see his face. Like,
right.
It's going to be CGI.
Get the animation correct, Disney.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's so it's Matt Shakman, who did WandaVision, is directing.
Oh, thank God. That feels good.
So I think it could work. I mean, I think, I saw a tweet and it was like, congrats to the last 4 people to board the Titanic, which funny, very funny. But I don't know, the vibe of it to me is that it's giving like period piece. It's giving like maybe it'll be set in like 60s, which is like when the Fantastic Four, I believe, like debuted. So we'll see like what they come up with. I mean,
we need something fresh.
It's like, the Marvels has been on Disney Plus for a week. We still haven't watched it. Like we're very much in our like not anti-Marvel era, but we're like very hands off. We're taking a back seat. Something needs to be excellent to kind of reel us back in. This could be it. Comes out the day after my birthday next year.
Okay. A treat for Megan. Hopefully.
We'll see. It's a
hopefully.
Treat. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is like the first interesting thing I feel like that's happened in a while.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you saw the Madam Web reviews.
I haven't seen the reviews.
Oh, just
I don't know if I do. I don't. Oh, what is Dakota? What's happening for her?
I need to find a pull quote for you. Let's see if I can find it. There was one I just saw recently. Madam Web is a wretched experience at the movies. From its nauseating editing to its awful script to some of the worst performances of the year, Sony has delivered a comic book movie that spits in the face of all comic book fans and viewers alike. Talk about wasted potential.
Yikes. The way that our world is, I mean, the movie's probably really bad, but like the way that our world is so fickle, like we said, fuck superheroes, we're done. Which, like, the world is falling apart, so I get it. But, like, fuck superheroes. We're done.
Literally. I mean...
Superheroes found dead.
Superheroes found dead. But now, these four, like, great actors, too. So I really hope the Fantastic Four project is good. Because, like, you don't want to sign yourself up for something that's just going to be terrible. You know what I mean? And keep yourself from doing, like... Obviously, this is, like, a lot of film... critics and fanatics complaint about Marvel is that they contract these actors for all these movies and they have to be on call and they can't do more interesting things and blah blah blah. But it's like, if it is an interesting project,
and I feel like Pedro has done a good job in the last few projects of like doing big franchisey, big budget things that like are still quality, other than I guess The Mandalorian's bad now, but originally it wasn't bad, and The Last of Us was very good. What was the other thing? Wasn't there a third thing he was in that I'm forgetting right now?
When?
Oh, Game of Thrones. He was in Game of Thrones for like a season. But like,
but that was like 10 years ago.
A long time ago.
10 plus years ago at this point.
Narcos a long time ago. But I feel like he's done a lot of like big franchise projects, but like he's always come out of them being like, oh well, Pedro Pascal is a great actor. So like I still hope that like with this, people are coming out of it being like, Pedro Pascal is still a really great actor.
Yeah, no, he's done some short films. He's going to be in Gladiator 2, which Joseph Quinn is also in, which is Paul Mescal as well.
Yes.
So you know, he's just working. He's just a 48-year-old teenage boy.
He really is a 48-year-old
working his ass off. But you know, like his career hit late.
Yeah.
You know, like Game of Thrones was his first kind of
Big
really
thing. Yeah.
big thing. I mean, not really. Like, obviously there was Narcos and whatever, but like it was the thing that made him more recognizable to people, I think. But yeah, I'm happy for him. And I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
One thing that why not? Don't. ACOTAR. We had some conflicting headlines, news this week. If you guys don't know, then you don't listen to this podcast. We read ACOTAR, and there supposedly were the rights with Hulu. Hulu had the rights to the ACOTAR movie series. I'm not sure which one. But then we got a headline that it was canceled, revoking the rights.
Right, which like wasn't surprising to me. Revoking the, like, it was canceled but wasn't moving elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
Like basically that, like, I'm sure there was some sort of like something written into the contract that like it didn't work out, like it can't go anywhere else kind of thing.
Yeah.
I remember maybe like 6 months ago at this point, Sarah J. Maas was doing some sort of interview, which I don't think she really does a lot.
Yeah.
And I think people got the feeling from her that it wasn't going well.
Yeah.
In terms of writing the scripts, production, all this kind of stuff. So when I saw that headline the other day, I was not surprised at all that like canceled.
I'm not shocking. It wasn't shocking to me, but I was just like, wow, I feel like at the height of fame and popularity, it's like get it going kaput, you know?
Right. Absolutely. But famously, I mean, like, we both think that it shouldn't be at Hulu.
No, it should definitely go to HBO.
Like HBO, or I mean, even Netflix, they're, you know, they've done more big, you know, budget kind of blockbusters than Hulu has. Not to shit on Hulu, but Hulu's more.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
sitcom.
definitely feel like it feels like a very ambitious project. So like, I think that until they can do it correctly, then like they should just not do it. But very interested to see what happens, or if like any of her other projects are getting licensed or anything like that.
I mean, yeah, a Throne of Glass feels very ambitious, even more ambitious than ACOTAR. Despite the fact that I haven't read them, there's a lot more books. And then, you know, I don't know, we haven't read Crescent City yet, so we don't know what the vibe is with that. But yeah, apparently it's not scrapped. We'll see. I'm intrigued to see how this all goes. Yes. I mean, like, the TV adaptation was first announced in 2021, and it was Outlander's showrunner or producer or something as a showrunner. So, but also Sarah J. Maas has deleted the post being like so excited to announce. So it's dark.
Yeah,
it's like,
very.
Will it maybe like move forward without her? T. Like, she'll probably still get paid, but like, you know, irreconcilable differences like with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We'll
Definitely.
See. But yeah.
Crazy.
When are you getting back on your Throne of Glass Zoom?
I've started. I'm back on it. So hopefully it'll be done in the next few months, I feel.
That's exciting.
I know.
And we have a final little thing on our list here.
Yes. She is
coming, Bridgerton. I mean, we got a little sneak peek clip today, I think probably for Valentine's Day.
Coming in March or something? Or
May.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm annoyed because what is keeping them from putting it out earlier? I'm sure there's other stuff on the docket for Netflix, but also the 2 parts thing for something like Bridgerton feels silly to me.
Yeah, agreed.
Let us binge it. It's what it's made for. It's what it's meant for. I don't know. It's just like less stakes than like a Stranger Things. I liked the split with Stranger Things. It like from last season, and I know you hadn't started watching Stranger Things until it was all out, but it was like 5 of the episodes or something, and then 2 of them were saved for 4th of July weekend or something. And like, I don't know, it just gave me time to digest what had happened.
Yeah.
And then it made it so much more rewarding seeing the last few. So I don't know. I don't feel great about it. But this is famously one of people's favorites.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they do it on screen. Yeah, I feel like people have not been as excited, but it looks good to me. I didn't read the book, so
the Bridgerton stans are definitely excited. They're just annoyed that it's taking so long.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it like pans out with the rest of them, since there's like a million. But
yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing Gregory's story, to be honest.
Yeah, they'll probably get rid of it.
I haven't even read his book. It's like he's the wait, no. Yes, he's the last one. And I never finished the series. There was one left. Sorry to Gregory.
I mean, Queen Charlotte was good, so I feel excited about what
they're definitely going to keep doing like spin-offs like that, I think.
I love that.
Which, you could create like this whole cinematic universe, but people are just like, our attention spans are short.
Totally.
And we have, a lack of patience. I think something that The Bear is doing really right is that they're filming right now, or about to start filming, and the new season's going to come out in June. And they've been doing every June. So
more people should get on that schedule.
Let's do that. Let's be consistent. But again, then actors sign on to projects like Fantastic Four and you're fucked.
Literally. Crazy. Much is up in the air.
Much is up in the air, but we have a lot to look forward to. Next week, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Giselle.
I'm very excited.
And you need to get on your Mr. and Mrs. Smith Zoom and your one day Zoom.
I will. I know. One day I don't want to cry. So,
well, if you don't want to cry, then you should never watch it.
Yeah. I do want to watch it, but I need to be prepared to cry. But I will get on the one day Zoom eventually.
Yeah. And I don't know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith might get a second season, so.
Yes, I have started that. It's very good.
Yeah.
But that is all she wrote, everyone. Another week in the drain, down the drain. I don't know what the right analogy is. Exciting things happen, much up in the air. We will be back next week, as always, with the news.
The news.
And we love you all very deeply. Thank you for listening. But most importantly, love you, Meg.
Love you, G.